All right,
Okay.
we're live now. So hold on real quick. All right. Oh, yeah, there we go. So
Everyone's
Brandon's here
jumping in.
also. There we go. Very nice. All right, here we go. All right, so we're bringing Brandon on. What's up, Brandon?
How you doing, guys?
Excellent, man. Excellent. Very happy to have you on, dude. Nice to see your face again, brother.
You too, buddy. Sorry about the delay. I had my work laptop changed Google Chrome, so it won't let me in without all the passwords and stuff. So I got to do the cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
All these things, and just so you know, we're live.
All right.
We start live a little early so that we can just talk and kind of roll into it. And so Thomas, before I bring on my co-host with the most, before I bring him on, are you ready?
Yes.
I want to set this up. Here he is, my co-host with the most. Look at that shirt.
Oh no!
Yes.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it, man.
Anytime, guys. More than appreciate it. Anytime.
Dude, freaking show us, man. Flex your chest. Do something. There you go.
What's up, Tom?
Hey, Brandon.
It's perfect.
Good, brother.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Is this lighting okay?
Look at that
Trini?
tournament shirt. Yeah. What's that?
Is this lighting okay?
Yeah, it's good, brother. You're
Okay.
good in all lighting. You look a little meaner than normal, but
It's because I'm wearing this PT Lawman shirt.
Gotta
getting
be
all
mean.
aggressive. Well, just so you guys know, we are live, but we're just working out. We're just talking before everybody joins on. And Deanna, anything else we got to talk about?
I don't think so.
No? Are we good? We're ready to go?
I think so.
All
Yeah,
right.
I think
All
we're
right,
good.
Deanna. Well, then we'll see you here shortly. And
All righty.
Anthony, look what Anthony has. All right, Deanna, thank you very much. I'll tell you when we're going to go live. All right, so we got Anthony on already. He goes, "You look like the Dark Lord." Yep. He's Joe, you normally don't have a dark background like that.
Yeah, I turned off half the lights in my office, so I don't know. I didn't know if it'd be better or worse.
It looks pretty good.
You want the shine off my forehead or not?
No, actually, I think it helps.
Okay.
If you turn on the lights, we're
Blinded. I
turn
get
everything
it. Yeah.
down.
I was trying to fix that.
It's not right. St. Louis. There's no more overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Hey, Brandon, I'm really happy that we got you on to be able to highlight the tournament, of course. And, one of the things I enjoy about the show is being able to highlight these different tournaments, different personalities, and I want to make these different tournaments, I don't know you guys as well before we started the podcast. And now I get to meet everybody and I just feel more comfortable about going out and checking out the different tournaments. And when I hear about them, I want it, Brandon, it's not just when we recap this tournament, it's not just who did what, but it's also like, hey man, this is the things that people love to do when they're here. Here's some of the comments we got from this last tournament. So stuff like that, so that these teams will say, hey, you know what? I want to be able to, go out there and check out this tournament more than just the softball. Cause like I know, we take the wives out there, the kids, and it's neat to be able to know, what else there is besides the tournament.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate you doing it because it's as everybody on here can attest, it's a lot of work, and but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of people like to go to West Palm Beach, so like going to all these other places, St. Louis, New York, Vegas.
Yeah,
you love going.
Don't lie, it's nothing like coming to St. Louis. West Palm's a lot nicer.
But let me tell you this last little story before we get started here. So St. Louis, first time we go to St. Louis, there's a few of us side. We're going, hey, we want to go to a Wawa. So we Google Wawa from the host hotel, and we pull up to it about 8 in the morning, burnt to the ground. And the sign literally right beside us said Ferguson. Everything was torched. I mean, store after store after store. I think I called Joe. Was like, "Where are we at?" He goes, "Man, get out of that Wawa. You got to go." So I started down there. So you never know what you're running into when you go out of town in these places.
Yeah, no joke, man. You walk right into the middle of a freaking riot. Joe, I know when Joe told me about where he works and kind of his when we first talked to him, when I was first getting to know him, he wasn't scaring me as much. Then he was able to kind of fill me in with with what was going on over there, man. They got a lot of action, man. Where Joe works and in and around that area, a lot of action.
No joke.
Yeah.
It's busy.
Definitely job security. All right, so let's see here. All right. Sunny Ray, I think is how you pronounce it. Sunray Faulkner. Are y'all going to post the games on Facebook so everyone can see them? Ooh. So not sure which games you're talking about. I know at our tournament, the Keepers of the Peace National Softball Championships, we are going to be going live, and we'll pick some games here and there, and we definitely will get the last couple of games. We're going to get them scheduled on the field that we can have our roaming camera. If you guys didn't see the video from our tournament, man, we had hey, you know what, Deanna? That'd be a good thing to throw up there real quick. I know we're going to do it here in a little bit, but how about showing them when we're myself and my two co-hosts. There you go, Joe and Shane. There, we did our broadcasting from the complex. Man, it was really neat, and so yeah, we'll be doing it there. And then St. Louis, I believe we're going to try to do that in St. Louis too, Joe. We'll see how that goes. I'd like to do that.
No, I had a really good time doing that broadcast. I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I thought it turned out really well. So
yeah, super cool, man. I mean, we had that roaming camera so that, you know, we had behind the plate camera, of course, but then we had roaming cameras up first, and this time we'll have it up first and third base, so we'll be able to get different views, and we even do some replays, man. So it's pretty neat. You know, it takes a lot of work, but it is pretty neat. And hey, man, if anybody gets a hold of me in time and we work out a little something, I would like to go out and maybe do this at different tournaments. It'd be cool, Joe, to go and maybe not have to worry about playing and just enjoy the environment and, you know, what the city has to offer, and be able to report on the game and then and actually, you know, call some games live. I think that'd be cool.
I agree.
Yeah, man.
I'm actually moving it to Friday, Saturday next year, getting away from the weekend.
Yeah, that's a good idea also.
So people can stay out there and relax on Sunday?
Yeah, you know, it's it seems like a few tournaments I went to that have it Friday, Saturday. It's nice. You have that Sunday, God forbid you have rain, which I had this time. And also just you can relax, go to a ball game, you know, if Marlins are in town or something, to go see something, do something different. Because right now it's always rushed on Saturday, Sunday. It's rushed in, party Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, gone Sunday night or Monday morning. So
yeah,
I reserved the fields for Friday, Saturday, all day next year.
Yeah, awesome, man. And I like that because, hey, Joe, how am I coming around? Am I coming out too loud or anything?
No, you sound good to me.
Okay, good,
Yeah,
man.
sound good.
Cool. So, you know, by the meaning behind the tournament's already there, right, Brandon? And it's been going on. And so, I mean, it's established and all, but I always have felt that adding that extra thing like that, where everybody can take that extra day off, go during the week, and then sit there and make it a vacation. That's always an easier sell for a tournament, you know, even with the guys. Because it's like, dude, we're there Thursday, Friday, turn around on Saturday, enjoy Saturday, and then fly home on Sunday.
Well, Joe will tell you too. I mean, you training now with this Waxahachie, is that
take it easy, Brandon, with the biceps, man. Jesus, I'm wearing a tank top. He just got me. I'm wearing a tank top next show for you, Brandon.
Well, you can do, you know, like Thursday too. It's easier to get a host event because it's not as busy nightlife, you know. So I have more options to be able to get a host party place, you know, which Rocco's we use every year, which is easy. But you know, the traffic isn't as bad on Friday. We're getting into the weekend, man. The sports at the same complex, the flag football, it gets really, really busy. So I think it for down here it'll be advantageous for us.
Ooh,
did you do Rocco's again this year?
Actually, Rocco's burnt to the ground about 6 months ago. Kitchen caught on fire, and it won't be open for about 2 more weeks. So we had to transition. He thought it would be open in time. We had to transition to a place called Voodoo Bayou. So like almost like a New Orleans style. It's actually a really cool place, but you could walk there from the host hotel. So it worked out pretty good.
Nice.
Worked out.
All right. So
Rocco's because of the hospitality he gives, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. I've
Is
been to that party numerous times.
Yep.
Rocco's, is it a sports bar or what is it?
It's Rocco's Tacos. It's like Mexican, you know.
Okay.
Tacos, like a tequila bowl stuff. It's just a really nice stores. Bunch of them down here, but he's a big sponsor and loves law enforcement. He's really good to Kyle too. John's kid.
Awesome.
He's very
means a lot, man. I love supporting. You know, I love supporting those people who support us, man. And I try to look for that in everything that I do.
Yeah.
So I know. Let's see here, Tyrone. What's going on, brother? What's up, fellas? What's up, Trini? What's up, Joe?
What's
Look
up,
at there,
Tyrone?
Joe. You got a little fan base going on.
Yeah,
now,
man. I got a little mention there, man. I'm feeling good today.
Yeah,
Feeling
you're
good.
wearing a shirt. You got your first gift, and you got a little mention on the show, man. You're moving up, brother.
Hey, one of these days I'll be like you, Trini.
Whatever. Hey, all you gotta do is start a podcast, and you're me. It's really easy. Trust me. But what's cool is my little nieces and nephews. They see me like a superstar. So that's kind of cool that they talk about me and they think that I'm all that. But
world traveler. Every time I see pictures of you, you're in Vegas at the Wynn. You're in like Dubai.
That's on the
California. You're a world traveler, man. You're everywhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to do what I can, as much as I can in the time, that I got, and maximize it and see. Hopefully I can pay my electricity, we can work that out, but that's not the priority. Going on vacations is right now. Giselle, what's going on? I got my cool cup going on right here. Awesome, man. Appreciate that. I got Paul O. Chavez Jr. What's going on, brother? Hey, he's got a career move coming up. I'd like to be able to bring Paul on one time and just talk about that. Huge supporter. He's one of us,
Yep.
And so I really would like Paul to have you out one day, and just everybody knows you, so it'd be cool to highlight you for a little bit. So that's cool, man. Stu, what's going on, Stu Donaldson? What's up, fellas?
Stu back again. Loyal follower there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Every
Top
week
fan.
following the show.
Top fan right there, man. I'm a fan of his. Got Tyler Clausen saying, come to Myrtle in May. Ooh.
We'll be there.
Ooh.
I'll
He's
be there as
saying that-
well.
He's saying that all the Myrtle fields are live feeds. That's
They
cool,
are.
man. Oh,
That's
cool.
that's one thing I did like about that complex is they have a fixed camera on every field, and family or friends or whoever can hop online, pull up any game at any time, and watch you play from anywhere. So it's pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, I know it's 5 after. We'll get that show started, but I do want to say hello to a few of these guys that are tuning in. We got Tyler Wilson, my Canadian connection. What's going on, Tyler? Everybody not only knows about Tyler, but I think everybody's had Tyler on their team at one tournament or another. That guy's he's a world traveler for softball. That dude's been on a lot of teams. So Paul saying what's up to Tyler. Got Tyler Clausen. The Voodoo was a neat place. What's up with the Voodoo?
That was the New Orleans place he was talking about. Took Rocco's place this year.
The host party.
All right. Also a sports bar?
Yeah, it's a new thing down here. It's
Brandon, if you're gonna keep flexing, hold on.
dark. It's
You're gonna make him put on a tank top now because you keep flexing, man.
Joe,
Do some curls real quick. Go ahead. We're good.
solo.
Go ahead, Brandon. Brandon, what were you gonna say?
Joe, you taking Missouri to Myrtle, or you going free agent?
I'm going as a free agent. I'm gonna be playing with the same team I played in Tampa with.
Oh, whatever.
We had a good time. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go up there with them and see how that works out. I'm sure it'll be a great time, just like Tampa was.
Oh yeah.
Christina says, "Go CT Law." That's what I'm talking about. Joe's sporting the shirt.
Yep.
Got Thomas on here.
Thanks
Paul.
to Tom.
Yep.
Looks good on you.
Thanks, bub.
See there, Paul knows. He says he's always willing to come on your number one rated podcast. It's number one with my wife, my kids,
Your
pretty much.
nephew, your niece.
Yeah. John Irvin, what's up, brother? What's going on?
What's up, Johnny?
Lyle,
John in
got
the
Lyle
house.
Reyes going on. We are doing well, brother. Oh, Lord, here comes Paul. You know he's good for first one. He says Biden it's a free will.
Well, be unison.
In unison.
Yeah.
Damn, Paul. I just started this show, man. It's only been on. I don't want to get taken off. Oh, Lord. But Rockwell watches are really nice, so it might be worth it to take a little break. I don't know. We'll see, Paul. We'll see what happens. And then we got Ruben Ruiz. Hey, Joe, see you in a few weeks. Oklahoma should be fun.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, hey, man, I want to thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm excited. We're going to be running down some really cool yes, Deanna. We're going to be running down some really cool things on this show, a lot of cool stuff to talk about. So we're going to roll our intro. Brandon and Tom, I'll have you on here shortly. And Joe, we'll see you here in a few. We're going to start the show now. Let's get that.
I'm beautiful in the way, 'cause I make no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Don't understand the regret, just love to still make instead. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way.
The hell was that, Deanna? That wasn't our regular intro. Joe, I want you to know I had nothing to do with that. Deanna was in full charge the whole time. I need you to know that, brother.
Oh, that's classic, man. That's classic.
Man, I don't know what happened, but
So
that was the shortest intro we've had, but I think it's probably the best one.
I got a feeling I know who made that.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Paul says, look at this. Anthony goes, you already said it, Trini. You win. When I read it. If that counts, I don't know. Paul, let me know. And if not, then we'll see.
That is true. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, yeah.
We got to go to the real intro now or what, man?
That is the real intro. That was it. We ain't got time for any other intro. I do appreciate you. And whoever it was that sent that in, we truly do appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, Shane. Thanks a lot. By the way, that was Captain Andy Sides' hat. Plays on the Missouri Lawman, big lefty, first baseman.
Yeah.
That I happened to be wearing one day, and I guess Shane may have taken a picture and made a video out of it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It looked pretty real to me.
It was real.
All right. Well, hey, speaking of that, if you guys don't know, that big old first baseman who's not only a big dude, just like Brandon, one of our guests tonight, but he also has a huge heart. And tell him about the Sides history. People might not know this, and next time they see the Missouri Lawman and he happens to be there, they don't know that he played a little ball before softball.
Yeah, it's not the first time he wore the blue and orange. He was drafted by the Mets, pitched in their minor league system for a few years until he got injured and had to have surgery, and then obviously got out of the game and into police work, so yeah, he's got a history of he's got a hell of an arm, put it that way. He was a big left-handed pitcher.
Yeah, it was super cool, man. We went up to your tournament in St. Louis, and we were at this sports bar, and they had this computer there, and Joe jumped on and brought it up, and I got to see Sides' picture there in the one of his in his uniform. That was pretty cool.
That was his rookie Bowman Chrome rookie card that was made for him by Topps.
Yeah, that was super cool, man. Well, hey, great guy. Big heart, man, and I always love big dudes like that. I feel like they have a big responsibility, and that is to show that you don't have to show your strength. You show your heart, man, and he's a very nice person. So
100%.
Hey, Jason, what's up, Jason Brennan? What's going on, brother? Man,
Jason back. What's up?
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for that support, brother. All right, so hey, Joe, check this out. I know that people have probably heard about that, but this is something that developed here recently. In New York, there's a lot of firsts, but I know New York policemen aren't proud of this first.
The New York City Council just voted to end qualified immunity for police officers. The protection has prevented officers from being sued or liable for misconduct. New York City is the first city in the country to end qualified immunity for officers. Critics argue scrapping this protection would make officers less aggressive in fighting crime if they have to worry about lawsuits. The measure was passed by the council as part of a package of police reform bills.
Not a big political person, Joe, but oh my goodness, man. You talk about something that it really made my heart sink, because I think, of course, for my brothers and sisters in blue that have to deal with that law, but also the citizens who are going to feel the recourse from that in numerous ways, trying not to get too much into it, but it was just very, very disheartening, man. It was very difficult to imagine a policeman working with, that qualified immunity being gone, dude. It's crazy.
Well, let's hope this country's not going that direction.
Yeah, man, that was nuts, dude. I know I've talked to quite a few, and there were some issues going on in some different areas in New York, but that just didn't help anything. So, man, wish you guys the best up there in New York, man. Everybody that's involved in working up there, man, it's a scary freaking situation. But I know y'all's professionalism and your commitment to your jobs is not gonna, it's not gonna take a back seat when action has to be taken. But boy, are they those citizens gonna, I believe they're gonna end up learning something about the reality of police work once they see the results of that move. So anyway, to my New York players out there, man, and all the brothers and sisters in blue up there, we wish you the best. All right, so Joe, we're going to go into our Throwback Thursday segment, and that's why we have our special guest from the shirt that you're wearing, Thomas Eldridge. Tom, what's going on, brother?
Hey, how you doing, Trini? How you doing, Joe? Thanks for having me on. Appreciate that.
Thanks for coming on,
brother. Our pleasure, brother. Yeah, man. So Thomas, he's a retired law enforcement, 23 years. He's with the coach of the CT Lawmen. He's a 97 Ocean City, Maryland World Champs. He's the 98 Virginia Beach Tournament A Division Champs, and then the 2019 World Series Silver Division Champs. Yeah, man. Thomas, thanks for joining us, brother, and we do truly appreciate you sending that shirt out. I mean, that's some nice shirts. They look great and they feel great. And Joe, that's
really good.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, man. So Thomas, man, tell us a little bit about, how long you've been in softball. We'll get into some pictures here in a minute, but tell us a little bit how long you've been in softball and your team's been together, just a little history for that.
Sure. When I got out of college, I played baseball in college. And then 1979, 1980, I got introduced to softball. I said, well, I can't hit this ball. So it took me a while. But then I went on the police department in 1980, Hartford Police Department. And after the first year, we had a couple little games between other departments. And the coach we had said, I really can't do it anymore. Is anybody interested in taking it over? So I said, I'll do it. And it started from there. So it started in 1980. I took over the team. And from the Hartford Police Department, which I worked for. And then after maybe 3 or 4 years, guys wanted to say, hey, maybe we could go to do some local tournaments, which we got into. We did pretty well. And there was a team down our southern part of the state, Groton PD. We always seemed to play them in the tournaments. It was either them winning or us winning. So they contacted me and they said, hey, how about if we combine a team and really do some traveling? We seem to have some pretty good talent here. I said, yeah, good idea. And he said, we'd like to have you coach it. And I said, well, I appreciate that. Thank you. And that's what kind of started us off in the 80s into the 90s. And then we started doing Ocean City, Maryland, which we won. The Virginia Beach Tournament, which we won. And it just went off from there. We had some real good players on the team. A lot of them were either college players or they played pro ball at one time. We're a combination of corrections and law enforcement. And to this day, so I'm going on my 41st year, end up coaching a team. I never thought I'd be that long. And believe me, all this gray hair ain't from the police department. It's from the
All right. So clarify that. Your
team.
The years you just talked about, what was that for? How many years in law enforcement softball or coaching the team?
Coaching a team, 41 years.
Jesus, 41. Deanna is not 41. She hasn't even been alive that long. And
well, I was playing and trying to coach at the same time, which I did. And then 2002, I got on a job injury where a guy blew a red light on me and I was going on a call and I got hurt. I had 2 operations on my neck. So I got 2 big plates and 12 screws in my neck. So the doc says, hey, you really got to take a back seat now to playing. Yeah. And didn't go well with me, but I had no choice. So then I really just full-time coaching after that. And have a lot of fun doing it, though. I really enjoy it. It's the camaraderie. It's not the winning losses. It's the camaraderie. You're going to the tournaments, meeting new players, and persons like yourself, Joe, and everybody else, and just having fun, talking stories, and that's. I played in civil ball, but it's nowhere compared to law enforcement ball. I would never go back.
Yeah, absolutely. We all get that part. Do me a favor, dude. Do me a favor. Say, get out of here. Say it, Tom.
Get out of here.
I'm telling you, dude, you belong in a freaking movie with like these gangsters, brother, and they call you up and they're like, "We got to talk. Get over
We got to
here."
talk. No.
Hey, man. So real quickly, I know we're gonna go to so we'll go back. We'll go to some of your throwback pictures. All right, so let's bring the first one up, Deanna. What do we got? Tell us what's going on with these pictures, man.
Sure. That was up in West Point, New York. I believe that was the first tournament that they ever held, and we put our team in there. Matter of fact, in the first row, second, holding one of the bats is Johnny Sanzo. He played with us for quite a long time. We won the first tournament ever, the New York West Point, and we're only allowed on the West Point grounds once a year, and that's for law enforcement tournament. Up until the last couple of years, they won't let anybody up there due to the COVID. And so last year they did not hold a tournament. Hopefully it's back this year. But it was a great bunch of guys, corrections, combination, law enforcement. Good bunch of guys.
Very cool. Yeah, very cool. And the one thing I love about throwback photos are the tall ass trophies. That's what I like. Where do you
Back
put
then,
those things nowadays? You gotta have a lot of shelf space.
I see
so
Johnny
we're
wore
calling it
sleeves
big-
back in the day.
Yeah. It was,
I don't know if
I'm
you
sorry,
heard you. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What'd you say, John?
I said I see Johnny wore sleeves back in the day.
Oh yeah, yep. Oh Johnny, yeah, great kid, great player. He played shortstop for us, and probably the best set of hands I ever seen. Soft hands. He turned a double play, everything. And then great player for us, good hitter too.
Is 17 always been your number?
No, I moved around. You know, if somebody wanted 17, which a couple guys did, I gave it up for another number that I had. I think I had
That's
number
cool.
3 or 5 in college. So
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, let's go to this next one. Let's see what we got here. Oh, look at that one. There you go.
that
There's
was sports complex in Vernon, Connecticut. We had a 4-field professional softball field. Matter of fact, Brett Helmer grew up, I believe he's from Connecticut, and he used to play here all the time in the leagues and tournaments. But he, that was 1997, I believe. Every year for 20 years, we would hold a 30-team law enforcement tournament from all around New England, which could probably it consisted of teams from New York, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Delaware, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and we could only take 30 because of the format with 4 fields. You had 4 games on a Saturday for seedings for Sunday, which was double elimination, and we probably had 8 to 10 teams on a waiting list, and we did that for maybe 20 years. And all the proceeds that we went to the Make-A-Wish Foundation and
Awesome.
our local children's hospital. You know, we
Awesome.
present a check, or a representative would come down on the field. We'd have a ceremony. It was really good, but great competition. And that one, I believe we won it that year, and they gave me an MVP trophy. Which
that's what I'm talking
I could
about.
play a little bit back then.
Yeah. I
was
imagine.
left field, but I was really fast, and nothing got by me in the outfield.
Yeah.
I think
I used to
that was
play
the
left
best
field
field.
also. I used to play left field, and I wasn't the fastest, but I had a good jump off the ball, so that was pretty good.
Yeah,
in left.
exactly.
But then
I had
you
a
get
lot of
somebody to quit. Yeah.
Great.
So all right,
time.
let's go to this. Let's go to this next one. Let's see what we got here.
That's when we combined teams. We were sponsored by Foxwoods Casino. That was down Ocean City, Maryland, 1997. I believe, yes, that was the world. Well, they had the U-Trip Law Enforcement World Championships down there, they called it. And I believe we beat Houston PD in the finals, if I'm not mistaken. It was Houston PD. And tournament winner, A division with Virginia Beach Law Enforcement. A funny story about that. We played 4 games on Saturday. We won all 4 games. Really, it was 5 games because after the 3rd inning of one game, they made a mistake. We weren't supposed to play one of the teams, so they had us restart another game. And we won that game. And then we came into Sunday, the number 1 seed. I think there was about 75, 80 teams, if I remember right.
Wow.
We lost our first game. We came out flat. Lost our first game. Nobody hit. What happened was we had to play 11 straight games that day. We won every game. and we had to play the New Jersey State Troopers in the finals, and we had to beat them twice. And the first game started at 12 midnight, I believe, around 12 midnight. We were down 25 runs in the first game, and I just got the guys together. I said, hey, just have fun. Just go out, get one hit. Somebody get the hit behind them, see what happens. We end up leaving them on the field. I think it was 47-45. We end up beating them.
God, blessed, man.
We were down 25 runs going into the fifth inning. But I believe there was no home run limit back then. After that, the committee got together the next year, and they said we got to limit home runs, and that was one of the reasons because of that game. And we came out the second game, and we 15 run ruled them, and that game started like 3:30 in the morning because everybody could come back the next day. We're from Connecticut, they're to New Jersey, and I don't know if they're the New Jersey Shamrocks now or something, but they're the New Jersey Troopers. And I don't think there was anybody under 6'6" on that team. They were huge. They were big boys.
Yeah.
We beat them. Yeah, we had a good team.
That's cool, man. Those are great memories, man. I love it when you walk into a park and there's all that back brackets all huge, all these different teams, and you're able to pull something like that off, man. That really sticks with you for quite a while, man. That's awesome. I know Brandon, one of our guests, is going to be coming up here in just a second, said Johnny without a cutoff shirt and no cowboy hat.
Oh, yeah, you got to have the cowboy in the blender.
See, I don't know. All right. I do remember Joe saying a little something about that before with the cowboy hat, but I didn't hear about the blender. So.
Oh, the blender. That's Johnny's forte right there. I mean, for 25, 30 years, got to have that blender.
Yeah. All right. What else? Do we have another one?
That.
Are we not? All right. Yeah.
Were you able to keep that? Are you able to keep that that Foxwood sponsor over the years, or?
We had it for about 6-7 years running. The gentleman that sponsored us, he was like the money man for Foxwoods, but he was best friends with one of the guys on our team. So he's the one that got us the money and stuff. And then he left Foxwoods to take another position, and that kind of put us in a hole a little bit.
Yeah, that's a big time sponsor.
Yeah, he paid for everything: our hotels, air flights.
Nice.
Matter of fact, he sent the gentleman around with us, and we had a credit card. He had the credit card.
God dang. Whoa, Tom. We're coaches of teams here, brother. Joe's a coach of a team, and I'm the coach of a team. Take it easy with all that credit card talk.
Oh, I know.
These guys already want a ton.
Yeah. 2 sets of uniforms. We drove down to Maryland. They put us in Lincoln Continentals, 4 to a car. And, yeah, it was good while it lasted. It was. Yeah. And we appreciated it. We did winning for him. Yeah, we won.
Yep.
We got our name out there. So.
Well, I'll tell you, Brandon added on that along with Johnny without a cutoff shirt, no cowboy hat, it says, and sunburn. So I guess he gets a lot of sun out on the beach often. And real quickly, Brandon wanted to know if you're talking about Joe Zeta.
Joe Zeta? I don't know.
Hold on. Let me bring him in. Brandon, I know you're coming on later. Tell us, what do you mean by that one?
Joe, you know that name, right?
I don't.
Now, when you start talking about his sponsor, that's when I came into the circuit. He was, he's in federal prison now, but.
Oh, Lord. Brandon, we'll talk to you in a minute. You can't have federal prison talk on this show, son. Jesus, I told you about it. I'm just got started. I don't want to get freaking
multi-million-dollar Ponzi schemer. I just looked him up.
Yeah, right.
We can have a show, I think, of past sponsors. I think that could probably be a show of its own, and we can talk about that. But hey, man, Tom, I wanted to thank you very much for supporting always. You've sent me a lot of messages and encouraged me and Joe to continue on because of the importance. And obviously with your history in law enforcement softball, that means a lot to me because it's difficult sometimes to make the time and to do the things that we do. We don't just hop on and make this happen. I mean, it takes some work. And so for somebody like you with your type of history in the sport, man, it means a lot. So thank you very much for that.
Hey, Trini, I got a question about that bat behind you, Tom.
I was going to ask. Yep.
Can you explain what's up with that bat you got hanging on the wall there?
Oh, that's one of the lawman bat that I picked up down in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
That's probably probably about 8 years old, maybe.
Yeah.
And-
I remember those when they came out.
Yeah, I
Yep.
got one
Correct.
of those also.
Yeah.
But I will ask you this. I love your room, and one day you're gonna have to send us some pictures. And I want to ask anybody, man, if you got a little shrine of some memories, because I know I do. If you've got one, man, send some pictures in. I think it'd be neat to be able to highlight some different memorabilia when it comes to your team or your law enforcement softball career. Please send them to us. Get a hold of me or Deanna, and that way we can make that happen, man. Because I think it's super cool to see all the history there. And real quickly, Tom, before we let you go, you collect baseball cards. So
Yeah, I'm a big
I'm
collector
curious,
of sports cards. Big collector.
what is your number one card you got? Like if you had to, if there was, they had to get rid of all of them, and let's say Biden came in and hold on. Now, let's just say something happened and someone came in and had to take all your cards from you. What would be the one you'd have to keep?
Well, I'm a huge Dodger fan, probably the biggest Dodger fan in the world, but or maybe Connecticut. I'll say Connecticut. Probably my Sandy Koufax rookies and my Don Drysdale rookies and some of my Brooklyn Dodger memorabilia and my Michael Jordan rookies in basketball. I collect that. I probably got maybe 500,000 cards all told. Yeah, I got to do
The 1955 Topps Sandy Koufax.
Yes.
That's a hell of a card.
Yeah. It's that's one of my special ones that I have forever. So
Do you sleep with it and your wife sleeps in a different room, or how's that work? I'm just curious. Hey, but speaking of your wife, which we know is the boss, we're going to show a little something that you guys may not know. Check this out. This is Tom's wife. So who in the hell runs that freaking household. Tom can sit on this show, but we know who runs this house. So check this out. What is your wife's name?
Carmen.
Carmen. So Carmen, I'll let you don't have to mention names or ages or anything like that, but this woman is amazing. Check this video out. Hey, man, two pro shows that woman is competing in this year, Vegas and Pittsburgh. So, man.
What happened? She won in New England like 3 years ago. She competed for the New England's body.
All right.
And so that gave her the option to go to the Nationals in Pittsburgh 2 years ago. And
Awesome.
she won the whole show plus the best in the show for her category.
Well, check this out. Tom, check this out. Because Brandon, he's not there anymore. I guarantee you after he watched that video, he went and lifted weights. I guarantee you he did it. I guarantee you he went and did push-ups and a few squats after he watched that video, without a doubt. Look, there he goes again. So, yeah, man. But, hey, Carmen, awesome job. And, I'm excited to hear about the results of her tournament. It's a lot of hard work. So, Tom, thank you so much for joining us again, brother. We do appreciate it. And we'll catch up with you here next time.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, Trini. Appreciate that.
Yeah, man. No problem. All right. That was awesome, man. Linda Garcia, huge supporter of police softball, SA law in particular. My sister-in-law. Do love her. And she is joining us as that's a tournament right there. And then we got Anthony says, yes, Brandon, Zeta sponsored meant winning back in the day. That's cool. I don't know who. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Look at this one. Anthony saying 1954 Yogi Berra. Yeah. I don't know a ton about cards, but when they got that date there, that's pretty good.
I prefer the 1948 Berra Bowman or the 1951 Bowman Berra over the 1954 Yogi Berra. But they're all nice. I like the 40s and 50s. Those are nice.
I didn't know you were into it, man. That's cool. Yeah, it's real cool. Let's see here. We got all right. So, hey, everybody, just since we're having tournament talk, we're about to highlight a John Scollo Memorial Tournament, or some people know it as the West Palm Beach, but it should be known to everyone as John Scollo. And what we're going to do is before that, I want to make sure you guys know we added the freaking United KC to the Keepers of the Peace National Softball Championship. So, man, I'll tell you what, we're really excited to be able to have those guys in. Check out the team list we've got going on right now. I know I've had people tell us about that they're going to be making it down. They just got to make sure they verify everything that's going on. But, man, Joe, when we start talking about a national championship, you got to have teams from around the nation. So we've got Texas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Mid-Atlantic over in Virginia. I don't know. I know that they have a few people from I think a couple of states up there, Connecticut, California with Dan, and then United KC, Kansas City. Man, I am super excited about having, this teams from all over. So awesome, brother. We got our tournament coming up here soon, and I'm excited. We've made some contacts, and I've got to get a meeting with the mayor. It's what I'm hoping will come up soon so that I can get over there and really make this a really big, neat tournament for us. The city of Waxahachie is awesome. And I believe that they're really going to roll the red carpet out for us this year. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, man. All right, so we got that. I did want to also let you guys know that we're going to have a flag football tournament coinciding with our tournament. So if you got flag football teams out there, man, let them know. It'd be cool to have other people from your department come down. It's there in the same complex. They can take part in our ceremonies. They can take part in our raffle, which we always have a really good raffle. So make sure you let your flag football teams know from your department or any of them that you know that are in corrections, law enforcement, anything like that. Come on down and play in our flag football tournament that we're going to have there. So on that note, John or Joe, you ever play flag football?
Never played flag football.
No.
My son plays flag football.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just started that this year. He enjoys it. It's pretty fun to watch, actually.
Yeah. Oh man, they're fast. Those little kids are moving, man.
Yeah.
I got, let's see. All right. Let's bring, I think we're on to the recap, right, Deanna? I think we're going to go on to the recap next now. All right. So let's bring on our next guest. This is the Brandon Flexen West joining us on the show. What's going on, Brandon?
What's up, guys?
All right,
Brandon.
man. Happy to have you, brother. You're another one of those big dudes with a big heart, man. Happy to have you on the show.
Thought you were going to say a big head, but
I thought he was going to say the same thing. He saves that for me, though.
He doesn't like me to talk about anyone else's big head. So I leave that alone.
I was like middle school. They had the high school helmet on. So, damn.
I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain.
Brandon's been in law enforcement for 18 years. He's the South Florida lawman. He's a director of the John Scollo let me know if I'm wrong with any of this, Brandon, but director of the John Scollo Memorial Tournament. Top 5 in Vegas. What's that about there? Top 5 in Vegas.
Hey, yeah, it's funny. Somebody put the rankings out not too long ago, and if you look at the rankings, kind of going off kilter here, but my team, I started revamping and started getting really, really young again. And I sent the rankings to them. I said, man, from like 2007, 2008, I don't know, to 13 maybe, South Florida was in the majors always in the top 10, wherever they went. I mean, the beginning of my career with this team, we were the party team, but we were really good as a comp team for a long time. And I told these guys, I mean, then you look at the rankings the last couple of years, you're in the 40s. And I said, it means something to be in the top 5 out there, We had to go.
Absolutely.
Now it's revamping. You got some older guys and they're revamping, getting young again.
Yeah.
But it's kind of rejuvenated me to, try to.
Dude, that's awesome, brother. Because you got to, they talk about champions and how do you maintain a championship. It's easy to get to a championship, but then how do you maintain that? How do you follow it up? Boxers, everything else, they talk about that. So to stay in the top 5 is impressive as hell, man. That's cool.
Good run for a long time, man. And, like I said, revamp time and just starting all over. But it's been a fun ride. So
yeah. So you guys are a 3-time police fire games, men's and co-ed. Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's actually coming up again around here. It's,
awesome.
Big deal. The state, just for the state of Florida, or what is that?
Yep, state of Florida. But this year, like the Miami Dogs and a lot of these guys have their teams in it. It's not as good. There's a lot of good teams. I mean, from state of Florida, my tournament alone, there were 7 Florida teams in my tournament. Yeah. So there's a lot of Florida teams now. And, I think somebody mentioned, hey, if you combine one big major Florida team, if you put your egos aside, it'd be we've had a pretty nasty team coming out of this state, and there's already a lot of them that are good.
Yeah.
Damn, Brandon, I didn't know you lifted weights like that, brother. God
Oh man,
dang,
I'm old.
son.
It's just
Jesus.
uh,
That is impressive. I'm not even kidding. I'm not. I want to rip these sleeves off. But 2013 Virginia Beach tournament champs. Hey, Virginia Beach has always been pretty competitive.
and that was just during the middle of our combo years when we had, a lot of great players who are actually still playing, a lot that don't play anymore,
Yeah.
And John Scollo and Kleski was running the team at that time. So a lot of fun, man. A lot of good. And, Tommy, don't really know him that well, but saw him in New York a couple years ago, and what a good guy, man. I love seeing those old photos. And you're talking about the big tall trophies. I remember the last time, I think Orlando Sanzo, I think, had one of those. And then we won it. It was like 7 feet tall. I'm like, how
You got to break it down to get it on the plane.
we're taking it apart in the parking lot trying to stuff it into a bag, What do you do?
You know what? I hadn't thought about that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hadn't thought about that. Yeah.
But that's why I know I don't do it. I just do like the plaques or something because there's no way
Yeah.
you can carry this thing on a plane.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would break that thing down. I'd take it home if I won one of those tournaments like you guys did. Yeah, that's pretty neat, man. Well, I know, Brandon, you're here to talk about the John Scollo Memorial Tournament, man. So, we had to come from a place of where people have no idea about the tournament. So if you don't mind, man, tell us about the tournament. We're gonna bring some pictures up here, and in fact, let's go ahead and go with our first picture, Deanna. So that way we can just, give Brandon an opportunity to be able to talk about. There we go. All right, so go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead and tell us about the tournament. While the picture's up, you'll be able to throw something in there.
Well, the quick thing here in the warfare, the right with the cap on, that's Mike Kleski, who's run this team for years with John. And that's Kyle Scollo in the warfare right beside me. That's John's kid. He's 17, graduating from high school now. And this was, all about the tournament film. And Carlos Rodriguez right beside me, the South Florida cap and white shirt. He helps him run the team. And then that's Kyle's uncle on both ends, his cousins and uncles on John's side. So
It's awesome.
But yeah, they all came in. Kyle flew into town. 17 or 18 now. A really good athlete. I actually let him play on that team. I think he played 7 games. He played this
Wow.
left center field like a full-time player on that team.
Awesome, man.
Had a great time. Really good athlete. He'd always wanted to play, and he was 18. I said, man, let him play. He's part of the team, and he hung out with us. We went playing, and he had a blast. And
It's the way it should be, brother. It's the way it should be right there. Because they are family, and a lot of times I try to make it a point to do what I can to not forget, the families if we've lost a brother or sister. But something like this, man, just means, I know it does to my kids. So I can imagine that.
Well, I'll tell you, this opening ceremonies, I made it brief because I'll get into the tournament a little bit, but we tried to do it as quickly as we could, and we didn't do a lot of that stuff. But I introduced Kyle, but Kyle's mom, Tiffany, had sent me a letter or sent me an email. She'd wrote out like a letter and sent it to my phone and wanted me to read it at the opening ceremony. And Kyle didn't know it was coming, and nobody knew it was coming with me. And it was emotional, very emotional, and it was very emotional for Kyle because it opened up a lot of old wounds, that he hasn't probably thought about, and old wounds from his mom, who's had to raise him as a single kid. And I can tell you, Kyle's grown up a lot. He's matured a lot. He's allowed himself to, I guess, grieve where he didn't for many years. And happy to say that he's actually going to go into the National Guard. He's going to go into the military and
Awesome.
going off to boot camp for a month, which I think is perfect for him. He needs that structure, and he needs some good guidance, and he, God bless us, but he wants to move down here to West Palm and be a reserve officer and try to go to the police academy, like his dad. So
awesome.
That's
Man, that's like I want to just talk about that for the rest of the show. I mean, that's
listen, man, from a 12-year-old kid he has been through a lot, and he has put his mom through a lot, and he's come a long ways, and it was nice to see. And Mike Kleski's family, and they've always taken him in and took care of him because him and John were roommates and for a long time. And but it was good for Kyle. I think he enjoyed it. I think he had a good time, and he told me, hey, from now, because I'll be honest with you, Trini, like my goal in this. So when John his last year, we used to be Bacon Ball, and there was a guy, Jack, which Joe obviously knows, that helped John run it and did a lot of the fundraising. Really, I don't think, and I wasn't involved, in the tournament, but whatever fundraising was done, how stuff was paid, I think Bacon Ball had a lot to do with it. And whether we made money or not, I have no idea. But John didn't have to do a lot as far as organizing because Jack did it. And then we would run around and pick up money and try to help finance stuff and pick up things. And once John passed, it was kind of like between me and Mike that if we're going to keep this going, and we told Kyle we would for him until he graduated high school. That was my goal. When he graduated high school and he moved on with his life, then that would be my commitment, is to run it until that was done. And then the following year, whatever happened with Jack happened, and then the burden fell on me and and the rest of my team, and all that finance and all that stuff that was helped out went away. And this was the first year since I've run this tournament that we made a penny, and we made a penny because people knew we were trying to help Kyle, and there was a lot of generous, a lot of people that really stepped up, a lot of teams.
Awesome.
And so it made it worth my while. And I told Kyle, I said, hey man, this is my commitment to get through this year. And he told me, he said he wanted to start coming down and help me run it now.
Wow.
And so I told him, if you want to be involved, then I'll keep it. I mean, I love doing it and I love being a part of it, and I'm going to have a team going forward. And I love doing it down here, but my commitment was to him and to this point. But, obviously we're going to keep it going. He wants to be a part of it, keep it going,
And this is the importance of this kind of stuff, because to me, you can take this video, Brandon, and you can edit it and take what you just said, because I think it's important, to send that out to coaches, because I truly enjoy, like Joe does a tournament, and man, he doesn't even make a penny off of that. I mean, the dude freaking, donates the funds. And I'm like, man, when I saw him, I thought, well, that's why Missouri has 15 different jerseys and, 18 different guys, and they travel. It's not the case, man. Dude, I didn't know that until I attended after a few years and we talked. I was like, dude, I had no idea. So it's just neat when there's a meaning behind a tournament. Some tournaments are just fun and that's cool and all, and I'm all for it. And I like visiting different places, but when there's a meaning like that, especially when we're supporting the family of a fallen officer, I think that's important. And that's why when I talked to Joe, I wanted to start this podcast, because I think it's important to know that about tournaments, people in our circuit, and get to know in a deeper sense, other than just showing up to Vegas. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I think it's important, man. Very happy. Thank you for what you do and for everybody who helps put that tournament on.
Absolutely.
I know we've got another picture coming up. Let's see what we got, Deanna. All right. So what's going on with this picture?
So Larry from Metro Dayton Fortress, one of the nicest guys on the circuit, puts a team in, whether they're going to go 0-10 or they're going to go 10-0. He doesn't care. He shows up for the right reason all the time. And he had called me a couple weeks ahead of time, and actually, I think at Tampa we talked about it, and said he wanted to know Kyle's number and his size, his shirt, and he had something for him, and so they presented him this at the tournament, and
is Larry the second one from the right?
Let me see where Larry's at. Actually, I don't see Larry in the photo. Maybe Larry took the photo. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see. Sorry,
I've never met Kyle. I've never had any.
Yeah, Larry's not.
I've never been there, but man, that's a big dude. That's a big kid. I see all those grown men around there, and I'm like, man, he's got some height and some size on him.
No, he is. He's a really good athlete. He played wide receiver in high school this year, senior, scored a lot of touchdowns, very fast, athletic. I mean, I saw him catch a ball from left center field right at the gate and on a line to second, and
Wow.
He's a good athlete. He is. He's a good athlete, and probably much more athletic than his dad was.
Well, we have some some action photos coming up next. But before you do that, Deanna, I'll just tell Kyle that I truly appreciate what it is that you want to do. And I want you to know that, with everything that you do, all the actions you take out there and all, I want you to know that you've got people who've never met you, never met your father, and, that are here with you and your family, you know, and we're looking forward to seeing those great things that you're going to accomplish. And just know that, man, you're representing us, you know, and so take pride in that. And when you're going through your training, you're going through your, you know, tough situations and all, know that, you know, the guys you see on this show and everybody in police softball that hears this story, we're watching. And, you know, I know you're going to make us proud, and I can't wait to go down there to be able to support that tournament and to be able to honor your father and ultimately be able to meet you guys in person and tell you in person, you know, how I feel about what police softball means to me and how being able to have somebody like Brandon and everybody else who puts this tournament on, how much we want to go and support. So thank you for what you're doing, brother. We appreciate you. Brandon, we got some action photos, man. Let's see what's coming up next. Hey, Ralph, what's going on, Ralph? All right. I told Ralph we need some Throwback Thursday. I told Terry, but I know he's busy partying and selling shoes and everything else when he goes to these tournaments. But I need some Throwback Thursdays from you guys, and that might be our whole show because I know you guys are like 115. So I know you've been in law enforcement softball for a long time. There's a lot of Throwback Thursday stuff that you can give us, so make sure you hook us up. All right, let's see what's going on with these action photos, man.
But some of my team to the left in the white, and that's that Warfare team to the right, which is the team Kyle played on. You see some lock. I think that's Bronny in the background from Lockdown, in the against the fence.
Yeah,
Almost positive.
That might be Brad Johnson.
it was.
Was it Brad?
Yeah,
Looks
that was
like him,
Brad.
yeah.
I see him.
Maybe it is Brad. Okay.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just
him back
slimmed
there.
down a lot. It's hard to. He blends in a lot more now. He's lost about 100 pounds.
Good for
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, but he's got that waist and those legs going, and he can hit the ball, man. I'm looking forward to playing with him on the Louisville Slugger team, man. It's going to be pretty cool.
They had some good players from all over, man. I was really shocked. I saw them all walking in and started getting the texts from some of those guys like, oh boy, it's going to be a. And they had a really, really good team. They just ran into some really good teams that play well together all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll go to a next action photo. But, Ralph, I was just kidding, man. Jesus. Ralph scares me also. Have you seen him hit? Even though you're not 100. I was just joking. But, damn, man. And I respect Ralph. I respect the hell out of Ralph. But I do enjoy hanging out with him, though. We had a good time in Vegas, and I look forward to sitting there and talking to him again. All right, let's keep going. What do we got next?
That's my guys on the right, outside the dugout. And I'm not sure who that is on the left. That may be Lockdown again.
No, that's Justin Camper from the Shield pitching.
Oh, it is. Yep. There you go. Hell, you know more than Joe. You weren't even there. It's hard to see. I'm on my cell phone, so these pictures are small.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Hey, I got a question about your team real quick, Brandon. Did you guys, and I know we were talking in Tampa about the guy from Louisville who now works down in Florida. I didn't know if you guys ended up touching base, and did he play with you guys?
He played first and third and DH and called. He came over and played. Yeah, he's supposed to be going to Myrtle with us.
Nice.
Good kid. I mean, hit the heck out of it.
Yeah, he can hit, that's for sure.
He hit it well. So, yeah, he came down and super nice kid, man. He had good pickup, and he's just in U-Hire, so it'd be fun to play around the schedule all year, you know.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah,
I know how that goes with some of these guys, these younger guys that you pick up. It's tough. It's tough getting them to show up to any tournaments with the lack of seniority and all that.
You know, it's so funny, man. In the last, I bagged and bagged for 3 years. You know, trying to find players. I'd have 12 or 13 try to show up, and 3 would be DHs, and so I made that call last year. And then went to Tampa. I took 3 new guys, and I picked up 3 new guys from Tampa. And I said, you know, I don't care if we got 25 guys. We're going to find 15 that fit and that stick. And then West Palm had 19. But I was honest with everybody. I said, hey, I'm playing to win. And I played. And, you know, some guys didn't get to play as much. But they understood, and it was great. I mean, everybody got along great. They understood the role. And, look, at the end of the day, I know I can't play short or third or middle. So there's no ego in there, you know. And we played well as the tournament went on. And listen, man, at the end of the day, that's the only way to get better. And you know, as long as you're honest with them, they understand it. I mean, they get it. You know, you're not pulling the rug over their eyes. So
I think that is the key. And you know, Joe had that talk when he said, "Look, I want you to go with me with Louisville Slugger, but I need you to know that I'm not looking for you to play much, and you're really going as a support role. And you know, you got the podcast, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to promote the tournament. And he laid it out on the line. That's cool.
Well,
I'm good
Trini,
with
you
being
better be
that role
ready to
player.
play in Reno because you're going to be playing every game at second base.
Damn.
Listen, I'm getting on this little excursions you guys keep taking. You need like another DH or something here and there. Let me know, man.
I will.
We're down. If nothing else, we need
Road
somebody to escort us out to the parties, and you're the guy.
I'm in, man.
But all right. So what else do we have, Deanna? Do we have another one? There we go. So what do we got going on here?
Yeah.
There's Brawny on the right hitting, and Brad in the background
back.
again.
Yep. And then that's North Florida and in the defense. And I'm trying to say, I don't know who that is, man. It's everybody changes jerseys so fast.
Park looks nice, man.
It is nice, man. They redid the dugouts and stuff, and they're starting to redo gradually every year a new field, redoing the fields. But there's tons of shade tree, and if there was one more field, I got 3 there. If I had 4, it'd be the perfect complex because they take care of it. They really like us in that ballpark. So, but Joe was there last. It was just nice, just a nice area.
You got to watch out for the Gators when you hit it over the fence.
Gators, ooh, my daughter likes those Gators. You know, one of the things I look at is when I see that it's funny, dude, because for me, I look at the stands and I see the covers and I'm like, oh yes, Audrey's gonna like that. Yep. You know, I look for that kind of stuff too. You know, I mean, I look for the field, I look for the infield and outfield, see how it looks, but I look for that cover too. I'm like, all right, they got some cover and maybe a place to go grab something to eat or drink, and so yeah.
Yep.
Let's see.
Sure, yeah. We actually brought a Chick-fil-A food truck this year and put it up there.
Nice.
Book or nothing, and they sold out 3 times and had to go back to the store 3 different times.
Dude, Chick-fil-A's a winner, man.
That's what I said, man. No cleanup, no mess, no cook.
That's a winner right
nice.
there. I think they're really concentrating on that because they're at high school football games. They're those mobile trucks and all that, man. They're really getting out there. It's a smart move.
Everybody loves Chick-fil-A.
Yep. So Anthony says, can't wait to see y'all in Reno. And he says that's Miami-Dade Enforcers, I believe, in the black jerseys.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so too. They were in it was North Florida, so I think that's who they're playing.
All right, Deanna, let's see. Do we got anything else, or is that all right? So that's opening ceremonies, I imagine.
Yeah, so right is center mass. They won in gold. They were really short, man. They're not a gold team. Well, if they're gold, they're really, really good gold, but they're a really good young team. Bunch of Denio runs their team, great guy. Bunch of really good dudes, and then that's Suffolk on the left. They actually beat us twice. Johnny always brings a good squad, man. They got some guys that can hit it. Bunch of good guys. They come
Suffolk County.
Yeah, New York. They come every year. I mean, they're very loyal.
I like those guys a lot, man.
Yeah, they leave.
I like those guys. I like their fans too, man. Their wives, all of them. They're all super cool, man. I really like them.
Yeah.
And I know at the end you ended up giving a plaque away. Let's take a look at that. Ah, look at that. See, that's the kind of thing right there that I'm talking about. Like, to me, you know, I see that and I think about, like, I want to win that. Like, I want to have that on my shrine, you know, right next to Joe's picture of him winning the home run derby at the Texas Showdown here in San Antonio. I would put that right there near there. That's a cool picture, and that's a neat plaque, man. What a great idea with that one. I don't know if you give it away every year, but Brandon, I like that.
This is the first year I did this, but I had this picture, and Kyle always liked this picture. But that was the old South Florida. That was the Black Hats, you know, the old jerseys, and that was John to a T, man. And I had that photo, and I asked the plaque guy, "Can you just add this on?" He goes, "Yeah." And this is what it turned out. So I had the winning
Awesome.
trophy. The winning plaques were the big ones, just like this, and then the MVPs were the small ones like this. But yeah, I thought it turned out good, man. I said, you know what, that's something you'll always have. You'll never not know what it is. So yeah, I'll probably stay with that every year, man. It's pretty cool, and kind of signifies, I mean, well, the whole tournament. You know, that pretty much out for you.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, Brandon. Great move on that one. I'm excited to be able to go down there. I want to support you. I want to support the cause. You know, meet Kyle, and then ultimately, man, I sure would love to win that plaque, man. That'd be a neat thing. So,
Yeah.
So, man, I thank you so much for joining us. You know, I loved our conversation when we talked before, and you know, I'm looking forward to be able to hang out with you again. And then, Joe, you know, we may need to look at our lineup here and there and see if we can get Brandon in there. I mean, dude's been lifting, he's been working out, and
we might need him we might need him for Reno. You can you run the outfield?
Hey man, I'm getting back there, dude. Get back. We'll see.
All right.
Reno. When is Reno?
It's in May.
Ooh, no. I can't. I got a conference in Destin, Florida for a week in May, Myrtle Beach. So May's a bad month for me, man.
oh yeah,
Destin, Florida. I'll have to take Destin over Reno. Sorry, guys.
we'll work on it though. We'll work on it. We'll recruit you into
Hey,
something.
but look, listen real quick before you let me go. I appreciate you guys having me, but listen. There's a lot of guys that helped me run this thing. Dave Bernhardt, Carlos Rodriguez, that helped me do a lot of stuff. And if you got 2 seconds, Donnie Meyer, his wife Becky, Lisa, Todd Amlin's wife, who plays North Florida, went around, did raffles for 2 hours. You know,
Awesome.
raffle money helping out, and that's not part of my team. But Donnie and Becky's always treated me like part of that. And you know, Joel and Jimmy with Embu Line, Jimmy Walters of Hounds, Matt Bowler, North Florida. A lot of those guys really pitched in, did a lot of like things behind the scenes they want no credit for, but they helped me out a lot. They're great friends, and there's a lot of that stuff goes. Because listen, man, I'm a young, small market group down here with a small tournament, and I reach out to people all the time. I reach out to Joe. I mean, I always looking for advice. You know, trying to do it the right way and make everybody have a good time. So they were all very instrumental in making this work and raising thousands of dollars for Kyle, and I was able to give us some good stuff to Tiffany too. I didn't only take care of Kyle; we took care of Tiffany, and
Awesome.
she's got a couple of nice things coming her way too. But
Awesome.
it was good.
Awesome. I'm glad you. What's that?
As I appreciate you guys having me on, and we had a blast in here. So thank you.
Happy to have you, man. And
Sure.
and I will tell you this, Deanna, if you'll make a note, please, that the next time we have somebody coming on, Brandon, I appreciate you doing that, because there are so many more people. And we asked one person to come on and highlight the tournament, but I think it's important to give a little shout out to the people who helped make that thing happen. And it's freaking awesome of you. And so Deanna, if you don't mind, do just make that note, and that way I can ask people, hey, is there anybody that we want to, mention it? And it's difficult because sometimes, and Deanna, if you don't mind, what we'll do is we'll ask them ahead of time so they have a chance to think, because sometimes you're on the spot and you might forget somebody and you feel bad about it. So we'll make sure that we give people an opportunity to be able to think, have a second to thank people, to think about that.
From Onyx sent me bats as a prize package. I know he's done stuff with you guys too out there, and that's where I got the idea. Actually, very good guy. Sent stuff like that out, and yep, I had 4. Well, I had the black ones too, man. I didn't have the Dale, but I had 4 different color ones, and really nice, man. But what a nice prize package. I mean, everybody loves bats. So
he said he's going to be at our tournament. Said he's going to be at our tournament again to support. I don't know if he said he's going to actually physically show up, but he definitely said he wanted to. But either way, he was going to support. So yeah, those guys are awesome, man.
Part of market a little bit, he was saying, and I said, man, listen, we had the gear, provided that Jimmy brought from the Hounds, and greatly appreciate that. But man, good stuff. So lots of help and lots of appreciation on our side, man. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Brandon, it's a pleasure, brother. I enjoy our conversation, and we need to be able to talk outside of this show. And I look forward to getting some workout tips from you, and then seeing you back on the show at some point soon, and hopefully out with our Louisville Slugger team.
Absolutely. I'd love to see you guys and catch up sometimes, and just, away from here. And we'll, Joe, when you come down south, man, holler.
I will.
All right.
All right, brother. All right. Hey,
man,
see you, Brandon. Thank you, brother.
See you, man.
All right, man. All right. That was awesome. So I know we've got, let's see, we got Dan McIntyre. And Brandon, I don't know, because Brandon, hear me? Hold on real quick. Brandon, I don't know what you got going on, man, but if you have a second, if you can hang on. I know Thomas is hanging on, but if you can, cool. If you can't, you got to run, no problem. But we do hang out after the show. So if you can, cool. And again, if you can't, then all right, we'll get back with you. All right, man. All right, so let's see here. John says, great job, Brandon. I'm talking about John. Stu says, the Black Onyx hunting season / 1K are hot. If those were in the prize package, worth it. Huh. Pretty good. I didn't know about that. I mean, obviously that Onyx is making some noise out there. Have you swung it yet?
I have not swung that bat. No.
Interesting. All
I'd
right,
like
that's a
to
good-
after hearing that though.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing, Stu. I appreciate that because that'd be something that I'd be able to see if I can get a hold of and make that, something special. Maybe the home run derby or something like that. Maybe it'd be a home run derby prize or something. Terry, there you go, Terry. Joining us, Terry and Ralph. That's a duo right there, man. I'm telling you that they can have their own show. Terry says, Brandon, great complex and tourney. Very cool. Terry's out there supporting, man, all the time. I love talking to him. I talked to him before I went and got my last COVID shot. And it was a pretty good conversation, man. I always have a good time talking to Terry. So we're going to be highlighting the Music City Mega Draft with Dan McIntyre coming up soon. I do know that we have our karaoke. We already had Joe had our intro. And we have our celebrity lookalike coming up. So that's going to be interesting. In fact, I'll tell you what, why don't we do our celebrity lookalike now? Joe, so what we're going to start with first is there's a cool little, if you guys have somebody on your team or, somebody within the circuit that you'd like to have a little celebrity lookalike added to our segment, please send them in. We're going to start with one right now that Joe, I mean, you know this dude very well. I don't know who sent this in, but let's show this first one with our celebrity lookalike. Oh,
These two were pretty much separated at birth, as you can see. They could be twins. The guy on your left there is Nicholas Reed. He's a well-known actor. He played an Ewok in Star Wars. He also played a goblin in Harry Potter. He's probably most well-known for being guilty of indecent exposure on a train after downing half a bottle of gin. But he is a famous actor. On the right there is Shane Monick. He is a right fielder / third base coach / anything that I need basically to help me out with whether I'm running a tournament or at a tournament and just he's a big part of the Missouri Lawman basically. But
huge part.
But like I said, as you can see, they're separated at birth. They could have been. They look like twins. So
I'll tell you what, Shane, if you guys don't know, we'll take that picture down. We'll show the other one. He helped us broadcast out at our Keepers of the Peace National Softball Championship. There he is right there. There he is on the left. And, man, I'll tell you what, dude is such a great person. I absolutely love him. Have such a great time. I will tell you, Joe, they did look like they were separated at birth. That was pretty good. I don't know who sent that in, but we do thank them for
I have an idea. I know who sent that in.
Hey, real quick before we go to the next celebrity lookalike, Stu says, if you're out in Reno, I'll have one for you if you want to swing it. He's talking about that black Onyx. Dude, that'll be awesome, Stu. Yeah, I'd love to be able to. Tell me what weight you got, because if it's anything,
He's probably
past
got a 28 and a half or
I would imagine
a 32 or something
I
crazy.
would imagine. He had it custom made, I'm sure. All right, let's go on to the next. Oh, man, you sure I don't know if we want to show this next one because I don't know if y'all know Lou, but he was the home run derby king.
This is another one where they could have been separated at birth.
Oh, no,
seriously.
this one is probably one of the best. Oh, by the way, real quick, check this out. Stu says 26 ounce.
Wow.
That's what those big.
That surprises me.
Bat speed. Am I right, Stu? Bat speed? Because that's a big man. So I would imagine that's his reasoning for using a 26. All right, let's go to hey, real quick, Joe. I am extremely proud of my son, Trip. Trip's joining us now. That kid went and spoke to the Senate, Texas Senate today over at the Capitol in Austin, Texas, on behalf of Special Olympics. My son is unbelievably passionate about Special Olympics, and he got up there and it was so impressive. It's crazy. If you guys aren't a part of my social media, if you're a part of Facebook, please friend me. I'm at Trinidad. I'm going to post that video. I am unbelievably proud of my son. He does such a great job because he speaks from the heart. But man, that is an intimidating environment, brother. You go to the state capitol and you go speak, and Dan will understand, this, speaking on behalf of Special Olympics, dude's all about Special Olympics. I was so proud. I got very emotional today, so I can't wait. Trip, you freaking did a great job, son. Super proud of you.
I can't wait to see that, man.
And this is what he says as I'm commenting on that. If my dad skips my comment, he owes me Whataburger and 4+ hours of game time. I think you might get some extra game time tonight, son. So great job, man. Yep. Stu says bat speed is the purpose for that 26 ounce. Got it. And Stu also says, damn great job, Trip. I can't wait to show people, man. Anthony, thank you so much for that. He's a superhero. Smile lights up his face. Yeah, his face. I get it, man, and I'll tell you, I'm super happy. You're welcome, son.
I know what you mean when you said he speaks from the heart. When we were at that Japanese steakhouse. I think it was in Waxahachie. We were in that Japanese steakhouse, and he did the toast. You remember that?
Yeah.
I remember that too. That was from the heart there, man. It was pretty impressive.
I love my son's heart, man. It's awesome. Ugh, I don't want to get emotional on that. All right, let's go to the next celebrity lookalike. I don't know who sent this in, but I sure as shit didn't have anything to do with it, Lou. Let's see this one. Holy smokes, you tell me.
Do they not look like twins legit? I mean, come on, man.
Oh, my
Legitimately
goodness,
separated at birth. These guys have to have some kind of a relation. I don't know how or what, but they need to figure it out. On the left, you got Noel G. He's another famous actor from Training Day, Fast and the Furious. He's in the motorcycle gang, The Mayans, on the show The Mayans. And on the right, obviously, Trini's already said it, big Lou Velasquez from the EA combo. But yeah, I mean, these two look like twins, legitimately. I mean, look at them.
I guarantee you Lou has been asked for his autograph before. I guarantee you he has been. I can't wait, man. I wish Lou normally is on board, so something's going on tonight that he's not here, but I can't wait to find out if he's been I might show this again and ask Lou, give us some examples of what you've had to go through, because you look just like this dude. Yeah, that is super cool, man. Well, thank you guys so much for sending that stuff in. That's awesome, man. Celebrity lookalike. If you have somebody on your team or somebody in the circuit and they look like somebody, send us the pictures. We can crop them in there and make it all happen, but send us those pictures, man. That'd be cool. All right, so let's go on to to Dan. We've got the Music City Mega Draft. We got Dan McIntyre coming up. Let's bring him in. What's going on?
What's up, guys?
Dan, what's happening, man?
Oh, hanging in there. Long day of coaching. Just got back in the house.
What age group you coaching?
13, 14-year-olds, so Pony League.
You got that coaching gear on, man.
I do. I haven't even gotten out of it yet. I figured I'd sit down and make sure I was on time for the podcast.
Yeah, I appreciate that, brother. I like the growth going on too, man.
Yeah, they allowed us to go back to beards at work, so I figured let it go.
I know you have no shortage of hair. I know that.
Except for right here.
I love you, Dan. I love you, man. You're awesome. Hey, so Dan's 16 years in law enforcement, director of the Windy City Classic, director of the Music City Mega Draft, 2019 NPSC Del Pickney Inspiration Award winner, and owner of Dynamax Sports Gear. He makes some badass gear, and one of the things I always look forward to when I go to when I go to Joe's tournament over in St. Louis is his remember the fallen type shirts, man. I pick them up every year there for sure, along with other items. And he's also a Special Olympics advocate, big time into Special Olympics. I know you can appreciate Trip going up there and arguing for the ability to be able. They're doing now unified. That's what it is. The UIL unified. So now they want to be able to get Special Olympics on board with the UIL standard, so that way in school they can have the same consideration that other kids do. Because in sports in high school, for instance, if they're having a big football game, they stay away from big tests or things like that. But for Special Olympics, they don't really consider that. So now they're going to start to add that in so that they can start to get some of those, accommodations for being able to participate in Special Olympics. And I think that's awesome.
That is good. That's great.
Yep. All right, man. So we got the Music City Mega Draft coming up, man. We need you to, let's go ahead and throw that banner up there real quick. And Dan, give us an idea, because I'm talking to Audrey. I want to make it up there. And I have my reasons for it that I'll explain here in just a little bit. But go ahead and tell us, man, what's going on with the Music City Mega Draft?
Well, first off, I mean, we know there's a lot of places to go play softball around the country, and there's no shortage of tournaments. Every one that I've been to has been a great tournament. Joe, you throw a fantastic party, good tournament, but it's Nashville, and there's nothing like going to Nashville. There's a reason why it's called Nash Vegas. And when we were sitting around last year and everything kind of went, status quo, there's some people who are having tournaments, some people weren't. And we got locked out of Vegas because of COVID. And then when we're down there in Waxahachie, I'm sitting there looking at everybody playing. I'm like, man, I wouldn't mind, swinging a bat with Joe once in a while, or maybe getting on a team with somebody else. And I saw that Spiders Batting Gloves puts on a really cool mega draft for civilians. I said, why can't we have something like that with the police circuit? So I reached out to JB, asked if I could use the police softball name, and he gave me his blessings. So I went ahead and I secured the fields down there, put the money up front, and August 28th through 29th, we'll be down in Nashville. Good thing about the mega draft is, there'll be awesome prize packages for the winning team. Not to mention that every entrant gets 2 full team shorts, short sleeve jerseys, a hat, and a pair of batting gloves.
Nice.
It comes out to right around $200 package.
Wow.
And I'm working with trying to get some other sponsors on board. I don't want to name any names yet because I don't have anybody on board, and I don't want to give any free airtime. So that being said, I'm working on trying to secure some bats, secure some other items to start doing some early bird raffles for those that register by a certain date. But again, I don't have those things secured yet, so I don't want to market those things. And for those that have already registered, they'd be entered into that just the same, and they'd be able to secure those prize packages. So again,
Awesome,
it's Nashville.
Well, let me throw this in there.
I love
quick.
it.
Dan, let
Sure,
me throw this in there because Brandon said, "Tell Dan I love the batting gloves from Waxahachie."
Oh, thanks,
So-
Brandon. I appreciate it.
Which gloves did you have out there, man?
So they were, I believe they took second place in their respective division. And with that, they won a set of batting gloves from Dynamax Sports Gear. So the gloves, they're a leather glove, and they were custom. So they got their team colors put on them. I wish I had a set sitting near me, but
Awesome,
I don't.
Man. Awesome.
They have their team colors on it. And on the palm, we did a matching color silicone to match the colors that they chose. And that's something that they won down at your tournament back in October. So
Awesome, man.
I'm glad to hear he liked them. Of course, it's my product, so I got to say I like it. But I've used the same pair of gloves all year through last year, and I absolutely love the fit on them. They got a nice polyester dye sub fabric on the top of it, so your hands don't get as hot.
Yeah.
Again, I'll have them out at all the tournaments I attend this year, so if people are looking to try them on, I'll have them.
Dan, I need him again. Then I need him again, and I want to promote that if we're, because I think that's awesome to be able to have your team colors and all, man. That's awesome to be able to walk away with something like that.
Yeah, absolutely, cool. And they're fully customizable, so any team can come up and say, "Hey, I want to get X amount of gloves," and I'll put a whole design together for them, shoot them out of mock.
Awesome.
But that's what I'll be handing out to as part of the player package for coming on out.
Hey, check this out real quick, Dan. As we get into that mega draft, Stu says, ripped the pair of batting gloves from Dynamic and bought a second pair. Most comfortable and great grip.
Thanks, Stu.
Awesome,
That's
man.
It's good to hear, man. Good testimonials.
Make sure you bring those back. I want them on the show because we are going to be talking about our tournament Keepers of the Peace National Softball Championship. So that'd be a really cool thing to bring back on. So getting back to this mega draft. So
sure.
One of the things that I told my wife is that this tournament, because I've never attended one before, and Joe, I think it's neat. First off, I mean, obviously the opportunity to be able to play with people from all over the country is going to be a really neat thing. and the fairness of being a draft, a blind draft. Am I right, Dan?
It will be a blind draft.
Okay.
So the only thing that will be known will be the positions, because obviously I'm going to try and make sure we have an equal amount of positions on each team, not just everybody getting 12 pitchers and 12 catchers.
Yeah. I think what I told my wife was, I was like, look, like Joe, like I mentioned earlier, Joe let me know before he told me that he wanted me to attend with the Louisville Slugger team that I was going to be a role player. I was going to, you know, if we need Gatorade, that, you know, hey, everybody on this team is here for the team, and you know, and I need to understand that. So I told my wife, I said, you know, this is the kind of tournament where obviously when I go with Louisville Slugger, I'm probably not going to get much play time. But if I go to this tournament, the Mega Draft, I'm going to get on a team. I'm not going to be the last kid picked on the playground. I'm going to get on a team, and chances are they're going to say, hey, man, who plays infield? Who plays outfield? What? And it's going to be neat to be able to have that. We lost him, but he'll come back on. It's going to be neat to be able to have a chance to get out there and to be able to play, you know, on these. I got you, Dan. No big deal. And, you know, hopefully you sell a few more batting gloves, you get some good internet, and then you can stay on the show consistently. That'd be a good
I hit the back button after reading a chat. I didn't know I had to.
Look, everybody, buy a glove. At least, even if you just buy one glove, help Dan get good internet. That's what we need to do.
I actually hit with them yesterday. I used those thin blue line gloves that you have. I bought it in Texas last year. I like them a lot.
You know, it's like getting a shot of testosterone. It gives you 15, 20 more feet on your ball.
Oh, hold on. We're talking about testosterone. Brandon, you there?
Yes, sir.
Brandon, you there?
What you got?
We were just talking about testosterone, but we'll get right back to you. So what we're doing is it's going to be a great thing to have those back in Texas, you know. But let's go with this Mega Draft. So I told my wife, so it's going to be neat because, you know, I mean, I think it's going to be a little less stress, man. I think it's going to be like a cool, fun time because the pressure's not on as much. You know, you're gonna be on a team and you got to figure that whole thing out. So that means as a team, you're going to get together and go, all right, guys, this is who we got, who plays what, you know, and all that. And I think that's a neat thing that you don't get at very many tournaments. So I'm excited about that. I'm hoping we'll be able to make it. I'm going to check with my wife and verify. But I mean, if there's nothing else on the calendar, we're going to be there.
Well, and that's it. And that's the whole premise behind it is you can just show up. You can go out and party in Nashville if you'd like and enjoy the town. Come on out, play some softball. The goal is to have the games done by mid-afternoon on Saturday and then give people a chance to go out Saturday night if they'd like to. Like some people I've talked to, they're going to come on out on Thursday. I'll be down there a lot earlier because I want to make sure I have everything set up, everything ready to go, because obviously it's a logistical nightmare coming from out of town. So when I again started putting this together, JB had actually mentioned that in Palm Springs, he put on the PS.com board that they played over the line style games. And that actually brought me back to remembering something that they used to do in the World Series a couple times out in Vegas, as we play that over the line where you're just trying to hit the ball over the field. You're playing with a bunch of other guys and just having a good time. So that's, you know, hopefully it's something that catches on and it's successful. One of the other things that I'm attaching to it is a women's national championship.
Let's bring that
because we know that the women's World Series has kind of gone to the wayside as teams dwindled over the years. I mean, it is what it is. We all have different things going on in our lives, but there was a request for it. So I figured I'd give it a shot and see if we can get enough teams out there. So I threw that up there. If we can get 4 teams minimum, I'm willing to hold the tournament for 4 teams. And then I also put it up to where there could be a free agent team. So if a female wants to come out and play that meets the criteria, which is any wife or spouse, I should say, of a police officer, dispatcher, and then all the other stuff that we have going on with policesoftball.com, they can register as a free agent. We get 12 on a team. They'll have their own team, provided jerseys, provided batting gloves, provided shorts, because they'll get the same price package as a free agent member of the Mega Draft. So hoping to get that going again, because I know there was a want for it. I know my team, Blue Line Hit Squad's ready to go. And we'll see. Hopefully Dayton and Detroit can get theirs up and running as well.
Nice.
You know, I like that because there are a lot of couples that play ball, you know, and you got a lot of policemen that are married to their significant others that play softball. It's one of the things that maybe brought them together or that they share. So I think that'd be a really neat thing to be able to highlight that. The key is going to be getting the word out, and that's what we want to do with this podcast. But I know I've got 2 or 3 players on our team that their wives have played softball before. So I think that'll be really interesting to be able to, you know, because that will count. That's a good question. I mean, you know, if I'm a policeman and my wife plays ball, she'll be able to be qualified.
No, it's 100%.
All right, cool. Yeah, I think that's
As long as the police, for the wives, and if it's an officer, someone that meets our criteria for policesoftball.com, their spouse is eligible to play in the women's national championship. And then we're also, for this tournament, including dispatchers to be allowed to come out and play. I know that we don't have dispatchers in our circuit. However, they're right up there with us. And I know a lot of dispatchers have asked over the years to come out and play. And I think this is a good opportunity for them. Not only this, too, this also gives an opportunity for people that aren't on police softball teams to actually come out and play. And maybe there's a couple that'll see it and go, you know what, I kind of like this. They form up a new team. Maybe they jump on, you know, existing teams. It gets the word out there for the circuit because, you know, like we know sometimes it's hard to get people out there that are committed. And if you can get a couple extra people out there, you know, I think that's fantastic.
Well, as this thing develops, I mean, I want to be able to bring you back on and be able to highlight more things about the tournament that are coming up. But I think, you know, if you haven't been to Nashville, well, I don't know what that strip is. What's that strip called? Where all those blues bars are. You need to get that stuff for me. So that way
let's see.
Put that word out there.
I'm trying to remember. I'm not really too sober when I'm in Nashville. Actually,
well, we need to get that stuff, and that way we can market that thing because you know it is a great time, great
Music
environment.
Row?
I think it is Music Row.
I think it's Music Row.
Yeah, so that'll be really neat. We'll make that happen. And,
and that's one of the things too. I'm going to put together a nice little leaflet. It'll be a PDF document on the website, but it'll show the attractions around there if people want to go out, and maybe you want to go out to the Grand Ole Opry and take a look at it. Maybe you want to go down to the Ryman Auditorium, you know, things like that. So that'll be put down there.
I know we talked and we had some acts that were going to be there on that weekend. And also, I think it's going to be a great thing, man. I'm excited. And again, we're going to revisit this again like we are Joe's tournament, you know, and our tournament. So, man, we'll get that thing together, maybe create a little highlight video, and then we'll be able to show that and give people another reason to come down. But definitely it's going to be about supporting and giving you guys giving everybody that information as far as who's qualified to come out and what that tournament's about. Because I didn't know about a mega draft, and now I do. So I'm excited about it.
They used to have a really big one in Illinois for the civilian ball players, and it fell to the wayside. It was called the Swing and Bunt. And I don't know if it's just the guys organizing it, it got too much. But I mean, you'd have, God, it'd be so many people going down there, and you just literally got randomly put on teams based off of your positions and ability. Yeah. So.
Well, that's cool. Well, man, we'll have you back on, Dan. We'll definitely talk about that, make it happen. I'm excited about the prize package. I know you've got a great prize package, and obviously you got great, great products that you sell. So I'm excited to be able to highlight that, man.
Yeah, next time I jump on, or even if it's just a blurb in one of the other podcasts, I'll get you pictures of the jerseys once they're sewn together.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, yes, that'll be nice. So real quick on the jerseys before we let you go, what's the deal with the jerseys? Because I know you have without giving it away, kind of what are people gonna get?
Yeah. So let's say
I'm
that
excited about this part.
The three of us that are on the screen here. Let's say that Joe's one team, you're on another, and I'm on the third team. Joe might it'll be a customized jersey. It'll be to the event. Joe might have a blue jersey. You might have a red jersey, and I'll have an orange jersey. Each team will be given a different jersey
that is
and
awesome.
Short combo to match. So the jersey will match, the shorts will match, and then the hat and the gloves will be separate. But that way they have something to wear out there as a team. So you still are a team.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah. And I'll tell you I know I sent you the jerseys to show it to you, and I asked you, and thank you for not showing them out there. But
I got really excited.
They're probably one of my better designs I've put out there, and I'm looking forward to getting those things made up.
Well, that's not hard to beat, those pink and lime green jerseys. You know what I mean?
The Skittles, yeah. My boy Corley loves them.
You know, I had to give you shit about that.
Oh yeah, I love them. JB gave me shit about it over the winter, or I don't know, it was JB or the Stooley. One of them was saying, you know how
Stooley
bright
gets
they are.
everybody, man. Stooley gets everybody.
Hey, we're
Deanna?
cops, thick skin, right?
Deanna's sending me a message saying that she's got something special to show right now. So let's.
No,
I don't know. It looks like there's some video of. Well, she's sending me a message saying it's me. Like she's got a video of all right, go ahead.
Probably involves me with my shirt off.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong. Oh, you touch my tra-la-la.
God, I would watch that music video. That's actually the best karaoke version of a freaking man. That's the best one we've had on the show. I compliment whoever sent that in. That is really nice. I look like one of the Menudo singers.
It's nice to see someone else on the show have a little video on them. You know,
Right?
Dan, did you have anything to do with that?
No, not at all.
Ryan and Mac will get kicked out of our tournament really quickly.
Oh, well, if that's all it takes, I'll come up with something. That was good though. Whoever sent that, that's funny.
Freaking Joe, that's who sent that. Look at this one. So John Boy says, "Is there a site to order Dynamax Sports batting gloves?" Great question. Great question. Where do we find them?
So John, if you go to DynamaxSportsGear.com, DYNAMAC Sportsgear.com, under batting gloves, you'll be able to purchase the ones that I have in stock. If you're looking to get some custom ones made for the team, just shoot me an email. It's Dan@DynamaxSportsGear.com, or hit me up on the police softball website.
Hey Dan, we're scrolling that
DynamaxSportsGear.com.
Is that where they can go?
Yeah, you guys are getting high tech. That's pretty solid right there.
Yeah. Well,
like
that. with your donor money, I mean, we can do things like that. So that's By the way, just so y'all know, we make no money on this show. And obviously you can tell by the co-host and the jokes. So there's no money made on this show. But John Boy, thank you very much for asking that, because he has great products. And Dan, we need to make sure that we show those memorial shirts. You know, the fallen. Remember the fallen?
Yeah, I got some good ones coming up for this year. Unfortunately, There's a lot of names on that shirt this year.
But you do your part by being able to recognize them, and every once in a while I pull one of those shirts out and I just look at it before I put it on. You know, I like to be reminded of.
It's definitely a reminder, and that, you know, to say that if anybody listening on the show now, or that signs in and listens on YouTube or any of the other outlets you're on, if there's anybody on our policesoftball.com circuit that is in need of any financial assistance, that's what I do with those jerseys, is I donate money back to someone on our circuit.
I love it.
Last year it went back to one of my academy instructors and my mom's former partners, because I didn't have anybody that I knew need anything, but I like to help out someone on the circuit, because as you guys all know, if we don't help each other, who will? So it's good for us to stick together and have that brotherhood. So I like to do that.
You're a very giving person. That's why I love you. And I absolutely am happy that I went. If there's one thing I got from the, St. Louis Show Me Classic, it was a trophy one year, but also to be able to meet you, Dan. I mean, that was a great thing, man. And that's what you get when you get to travel to these tournaments, man. You get to meet great people and new relationships. And I'm very happy that I went to that tournament and was able to meet you there. You scared me, like Joe scared me in the beginning, but after a while I realized that you guys are harmless.
It was a different kind of scare though, because Dan's strutting around with no shirt on, and that's a little different kind of scare than me.
Especially when I got the sweat dripping down me and the sun glistening off my.
Just don't
we'll keep this PG.
Don't get downwind. That's all I say, because he sets up his trailer and everything, and by the time you go to meet him, don't get downwind. Dude's a man. He is a man.
An entire stick of deodorant per day. Stick of deodorant a day, baby.
The hair traps it in, and then it's like a time release type thing that goes on.
It's like a Tylenol extended release.
That's
funny.
I love you, man. Hey,
Oh,
stick
that's
by,
great.
Dan. We'll talk to you here in just a second. But thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
and
gonna go pour
recapping
myself a drink.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, man. We'll see you here shortly. Hey, Joe. That was a great show, man. I enjoyed it.
That was really good. Good
That's
guest.
what we're here for.
Yeah. Tom, Brandon, Dan, all of them.
Awesome, man. Be able
Do
to
a lot for the
highlight.
circuit.
Yep, being able to highlight the tournaments and all, and I'm excited, man. So again, thank you so much for joining me, Joe. I do appreciate it. It's not the same without you.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, man. But although you sent that little karaoke thing in there, and I mean, watch this. All right, Deanna. See how things are. I see
What?
I see how it goes.
It's all right. It was funny.
To you, maybe. God,
You were
but
laughing
it was
too.
pretty good. I did. I enjoyed it. I was pretty
I,
neat, man.
I think Tripp probably liked it a lot. I got to get his opinion on that.
Well, hey, Deanna, thank you very much again for your contribution to the show. You put a lot of work into it, and so it was awesome.
Great. Thanks.
Hold on. We'll talk to you in a minute. All right, Joe. Thank you, brother. I do appreciate you. Hey, well, when's the St. Louis show me? How many teams you got?
Right now, we got 14.
Ooh, that's a good position to be in. I'm only at 7.
Well,
14 's a good position.
that number will jump up quick because mine went from 7 to 14 in about a week and a half.
Okay.
So we did get a few. We get California teams. We got 3 of them, I believe, maybe 4, and obviously you guys and us. Miami 5-0 sounds like they're going to be making the trip out to St. Louis for the first time.
They got some good uniforms also.
Yeah, and then a lot of the teams that have been coming over the years: Minnesota, Midwest Heat, KC. They're all going to be there as well.
Ooh, we get to see Brad. Brad's been working on his game, man. He's putting a lot of work in on his hitting, so I'm excited.
I want to see Kentucky
Ooh.
Blues, see if they can put it together in St. Louis. They had a good. They had a good showing down in Tampa, but I think they maybe disappointed themselves. They were expecting a little more, and I think that may show in St. Louis. We'll see.
I like St. Louis. St. Louis, a lot of competition, man. Great. I'd like to think my team or my tournament also has that same type of caliber, and that's the way it's shaping up to be. So these are 2 top-notch tournaments, man. I'm really excited about the competition that's going to be showing up. Stu says we will be in Wax this year, just waiting on a few guys. It's awesome,
Nice.
man. Super excited. I get nervous, as a tournament director. You get nervous because you're going out, you're putting all the word out, you're trying to build up the whole thing, and it's a lot of investment as a tournament director. And so to hear people chime up saying, hey, man, we're working on it, it just makes you feel better. Even if he doesn't come through, it still helps to be able to make us feel like, okay, we're going to have enough, And so I appreciate that, Stu. Thank you very much, brother. We gotta
A
get
couple
some
other
golf in
teams I
too.
want to mention too. I'm just looking at the list here that
Okay.
I don't want to forget anybody, but
Yep.
the Mid-Atlantic, Terry told me down at Tampa that he'd be coming. And,
Awesome.
Great Lakes 2-time champions coming back, and then
Ooh.
Oklahoma Outlaws, a new team out of Oklahoma. They're going to
Yeah.
be there as well. So
Justin. Shout out to
Justin and Jerry.
Dude, I'm telling you what, I talked to Justin. That Oklahoma team, they're going to be I think they're going to hit the circuit hard right off the bat. So I'm excited about seeing what they got going on,
Yep.
Yeah, man, it's going to be cool. Well, I'm excited, man, and Joe, we'll hit your tournament up this next show. Make sure you get a new updated list or whatever so we can talk about that.
We'll do that.
Cool. All right, brother. Hold on for me.
Thanks, man.
All right, brother. All right, Mel. Thank you guys for joining us. I do truly appreciate it. You made my night. It's my therapy, and so I enjoy this time that we have together. Don't mean to sound like Mr. Rogers or anything, but it is what it is, man. And for those that remember Mr. Rogers, thank you for being my neighbor. This is Trinidad signing off. Don't forget, man, I got your 6.